Alright kids, it's video day. Yeah, it's video day. I know there's been a lot of bullshit videos lately. But today is proper video day. Today is proper video day. It's raining. It's raining. So it's a good day for this kind of video. I got one of these. I never had one of these before. It's not mine, of course. This is my friend, the guitar trader. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little PRS. I don't think I've ever actually played a PRS. It's nice looking. It's nice looking, that's for show. That's for show. So, I get all this poop off my, clean all this up. Get this baby down. Just cleaning it up. But I suppose we should plug it in and try it first, eh? Let's do that. Let's plug it in and try it, and then we'll clean up the desk and we'll clean it up. The thing that strikes me as odd about these is just how chunky everything is. Everything looks really chunky. Maybe Paul Reed Smith has a small dick. Who knows? But yeah, everything's really chunky. Like, and oversized looking. Anyway, it's an interesting heel joint. I don't know why you wouldn't, like, smooth that out. What is the point of this? It's a bit odd, bit of an odd choice. Here's what I find really odd about this guitar. This is like, I've never seen this before. So, built by World Music Instruments Co., Limited, in Korea, under exclusive license for PRS guitars. So isn't this the same outfit that makes Rob Chapman's guitars? World Music Instruments or whatever? Isn't this the company that makes a lot of these $500-$600 guitars? I think so. Don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's gorgeous looking. I'm not sure I understand the putting a tremolo on one of these, but I guess since it's a Santana model, that's probably why. But it's an interesting looking trem system, that's for sure. It seems to function pretty well. I don't even know if that's been set up properly. That looks high to me. This here, like where it's floating, seems pretty high to me. And then this just drops in and out, and that's kind of cool. I'm guessing that this little grub screw here is how you tighten that. But yeah, this seems a bit high to me. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Yeah, anyway. It plays alright. Like, the setup that's on it right now plays fine. So I don't think I'm going to mess with its setup too much. Because it is playing. It is playing completely fine. But this is brand new, this guitar. Which is kind of neat. And the story behind this thing is that apparently the fellow that sold it to my friend, his girlfriend gave it to him as a present, and he's no longer with that girl, so he's looking to get rid of this guitar. So he traded this for, I think that Washburn I traded back to Richard, I can't remember. I don't know what he traded for this. But, oh no, that Sparrow. Remember that Sparrow that was in here? That fucking weird ass, never heard of them before guitar? That's what he traded for this thing. I'd say he got the better end of the deal. Faux show. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully this is a nice, good, close look up at one of these. I even like that they've revealed the maple cap here. Looks it's a nice detail. I wonder how different this is from the real thing that Santana plays. Because can't you get more expensive ones of these? Like doesn't Santana, aren't there more expensive Santana models? I don't know. I have to admit, I don't follow PRS all that much. The thing for me that lets down PRS headstock is just the non-uniformity of this headstock is a bit strange to me. Like I'm looking at it and I feel like it should stop there. but it doesn't. So, yeah, I don't get this. Every headstock in this vein to me is just trying to be as cool as Gibson and isn't. Just every headstock that's 3 on either side is like just wants to be a Gibson headstock. To me, in my mind. Every headstock that I see like this, 3 aside, just isn't a Gibson headstock. And I have to be honest, I don't know a heap about these PRS guitars. Maybe this is good. Who knows? Anyway, let's plug it in and see what it sounds like. It looks like it. Okay, so Santana, PRS. I filmed a little bit of it this morning before I showered and shaved for y'all. I don't have any batteries, so I'm pulling this thing apart. Old school stylies. You know, I just realized that this thing is glow in the dark. Holy, that's a tight nut there, brother. What kind of strings did you put in there? Ooh, those feel like some pretty thick strings. Oh, I see why that's being pulled up so far, because these are really thick-ass strings. Alright, another one of those tone boners putting really thick strings into a guitar. Silly, silly. Yeah. So you haven't cut your nut for those really thick-ass strings that you're putting in here. That's why they're sticking and you're having tuning problems. Because they're sticking to your nut. Because you just decided, oh, I'm just going to put thick-ass strings in here and hope they work. But the problem is that you've got a tremolo on this guitar, and that's why it looked to me like it was pulled. It was really far pulled up, because it's putting too much tension on this. Oh my goodness, I gotta get some. Okay, well let's see. See, here's a good reason for me not to like their headstock, because it's interfering with my ability to do this. Your stupid pointy headstock is interfering with my ability to unwind strings. It keeps banging into that corner. You dirty, dirty little PRS Santana. Just need a cleaning, don't ya? There's nothing wrong with ya. There's nothing wrong with ya. No, don't have any setup issues or anything like that. Actually play pretty well. Actually plays pretty well, this guitar. Just needs a little bit of cleanup. A little bit of cleanup. Fingerboard is pretty dry. Pretty dry. So raise your hands if you ask your spouse for stuff several times, but it takes many, many, many repeated requests to finally have your request filled. I've been asking my wife, my dear wife, for batteries for several days. Because she can just order them at work, so it's really easy for her. She orders them, she orders a big package of them, and then they're there the next day. And it's awesome. But I've been asking her for 2 weeks, so I still don't have any batteries for this. I guess I could just run out to the store and grab some myself. But she takes the car to work, and that means I'd have to walk somewhere. And it's summer vacation, so my kids are home. So taking them anywhere is a bit of a pain. But thankfully today, their grandma came to pick them up, which is awesome. Come on. I know you're all stuck in there, so. Alright. Any of you guys out there, PRS guys? Because I'd like to know what you like about these guitars. Because to me, this feels like a committee-designed guitar. And by that I mean, it's like obviously half Fender, half Gibson. So it also feels like it's having a bit of an identity crisis. So, like, who are you trying to appeal to? Fender guys or Gibson guys? Because it would appear to me, visually at least, for somebody who doesn't know anything about PRSs, and I think that you kind of have to look at it from that perspective because, you know, a company that is selling a product wants people who don't know about it to be tempted to buy it. So as a guitar player who's mainly accustomed to playing Fenders and Gibsons with Fender and Gibson type guitars. Oh, I hate when strings get stuck in these stupid Okay, so that's already a fail, PRS. This shit here that you haven't been able to keep this from happening, that's fail. I hate it when this happens to Fender trim systems, when the strings get so stuck in there because you've either been in there for so long and they're all corroded in there or whatever. But this, like, for a guitar that purports to have addressed all the annoyances of the Gibson lineup and the Fender lineup, because that to me is what PRS sort of, at least for somebody who doesn't know anything about PRS or knows very little about them, that's my perception of them. So whether my perception is totally right or totally wrong is irrelevant. That's my perception of them. And I would hazard a guess that to people who are like me, who are mostly used to Fenders and Gibsons, that's probably their perception of them too. Or something like that. Ah, this is so annoying. But this here is already a fail. This shit here, you haven't been able to fix this problem. This is probably my one single greatest grievance with Fender trim systems, is the way these strings sometimes get caught in there like that. But so far, I'm pretty underwhelmed. It sounds pretty... The tone of this guitar, the tone of these pickups, to me just sounds sort of middle of the road. Like they're trying to appeal to both camps. It's a really nice looking guitar, but it's nice looking up to here for me. This headstock, I don't like it. And I don't like it not just because it doesn't look like a Gibson one, but because it's askew, because it's not symmetrical. That's what I don't like about it. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this fingerboard right now, because it's a bit dirty. Oh, you dirty slut. Alright. Let's be done with the green caked on. Disgusting. Disgustingness. Gross. Gross. Okay, that's better. It's a good thing I'm not going to fuck up this guitar using some dodgy polish. Because I got me some Gibson polish. Alright. High gloss guitar polish. Let's see if we can improve the tone of this PRS. Look at that. It even looks like the same stuff Scott Grove used this morning. I mean, he just has a really big gallon out of it or something. Let's see how well we can improve the tone of this PRS. Using some of this Gibson polish. Do you think it's going to sound much different? Probably will, right? It's probably going to sound like a Gibson after we plug it in. Hey, don't you think? I think it's going to sound like a Gibson after we plug it in, after we use this Gibson polish. What do you think? I kind of tend to think it is. You know. I mean, who can you trust? If you can't trust a mommy blogger to tell you what's best for your guitar, I mean, Christ. Gibson would never hire somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about to tell you what to do to your guitar, would they? I mean, surely a mommy blogger is qualified to tell you what will affect the tone of your guitar, right? I mean, surely she is. I mean, Gibson would never hire, like, jeepers. They'd never hire somebody that would lead you down some sort of, oh boy, oh, I could see the tone coming off of this thing. I can hear it already. Man, I'm so glad I listened to that mommy blogger. I'm glad that a mommy blogger who's never seen a guitar, doesn't play guitar, shared her pearls of wisdom. I mean, what would I do? How would I learn? How would somebody like me, who's learning, like, where would I go to get advice? Well, Gibson, right? I mean, Gibson. Gibson would never tell you anything that wasn't true. Christ. Never. Alright. Yeah, we did. We just polished a fuckload of tone into that. Alright. Let's put some strings on this. Let's put some string-a-lings on this. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Afraid to touch that body in case I rub some of the tone out of it. But I guess I could always rub some more tone back into it. Yeah, I could always rub some more tone back into it. You know what you didn't fail at, PRS? Was making your cavity accessible. You did not fail at that. Okay, you know what? Big fail, big fail. This fucking headstock is annoying to restring. I'm having to pull it off the bench here, and it's annoying. This headstock is annoying. This little deal with the corner of this headstock is far from the only issue this headstock suffers from. Holy shit, it's... The tuners are too close together. I hate this headstock. If I was... I hate it. Tell you what though. These tuners have a nice smooth action. Okay, they're not all wildly coming out of tune with one another now. So let's get them stretched out. Fun little guitar. Fuck it. It's cool, man. It's cool. I don't have any gripes with that.